Let's see if we're live. We should be. Let me just check Facebook, do some housekeeping. Facebook group. Okay, it's there. Now we're going to share it over here. Sorry, everybody. Meta is driving us nuts. Okay, go to the group. This gives us some time for people to join. Also, okay, shared in group. And there we are. We're on YouTube. All right, we're good. Okay. How is everybody today? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone tuning in for this BuilderKit live session. Joined by always Karan Parwani, my buddy from RocketHub, and Vatsal Sanghvi from BuilderKit. Thank you for making time today. We were planning this, and then last minute we're like, "Oh, are we still doing it? Let's go. We're ready." So we're here. We made it. How you guys doing?
Doing good, doing good. Yeah, I think it's pretty good August, which is going on. It's been very fast.
Yeah. Summer's
July
going
went
by
very
fast. Yeah.
yeah. July went very slow. August went like you just blink your eyes and it's gone 20 days.
Can't believe it. Vatsal, how's your summer? How's your summer been going?
Same as Karan's, because we are in the same place right now.
Oh, yeah, the same place. I was saying, where are you from? So you're you're in India.
Yeah, Bangalore, India.
Bangalore, India. I feel like so many of my friends are from Bangalore, India. I have to check it out and maybe, come visit one day. We could do the live there at a coffee table. And none of this, I'm over here in New York where the weather's it started cooling down now. It's like 70 degrees Fahrenheit. So it was going above 90 there for a while. But your temperatures there also get pretty hot, right? Pretty warm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
So tell us about BuilderKit. It looks very interesting. A lot of buzz about the tool that's on RocketHub now, doing a lifetime deal. What's the origin story? Why create this tool?
Right. So, first of all, let me tell you what BuilderKit is, and then maybe I'll dive deep into the story behind it. So, BuilderKit is an AI SaaS boilerplate. What it means is that it essentially is a GitHub code repository with a lot of componentized code that you can reuse for your existing projects, right? So any product that you see which is out there, any web app or tool, will have certain components for sure, such as authentication, payments, email connections, landing pages, various elements of the landing pages, etc., right? So it is a boilerplate with all such components which are in very clean code, which are highly modular and customizable. On top of that, BuilderKit also comes with pre-built AI applications. So what it means is that you have ready to deploy content writer app, chat with PDF app, and so much more. I think there are 14 applications right now, and we will be taking it to 20 in a month's time, I think. Right. So essentially, you have a code base which you can just clone, then customize it, make some changes to the code, and deploy it right off the bat. That is what BuilderKit is. Right. It's not a no-code platform. It's not a low-code platform. It is a code repository, right? Now, why did we build BuilderKit? So over the past 18 months or so, we've been building AI apps, AI wrappers, so to say, right? Leveraging large language models or LLMs such as GPT-4, GPT 3.5, Claude, Mistral, Perplexity, etc., to build applications. And in doing so, we built out around 10 odd applications, of which four have been acquired, five have been acquired, right? And the other ones have made revenue more than $150,000. And what we've realized over time is that, all of these applications have one pattern, right? There is a base boilerplate on which we build everything, right? And it is just that now that we have this boilerplate, and now that we know how to build applications and we know a bit of growth as well, we ship applications very fast. So we can ship one app a month or something like that, grow it, get some traffic, and then make some money out of subscriptions or any other kind of revenue, right? So now the idea was that we obviously can't handle, let's say, hundreds of apps because we have a very lean team, right? But then it would be great if we could allow other people to sort of allow them to ride the wave, right? And that is why BuilderKit exists. So if someone wants to build out an AI app, AI wrapper, or a AI tool, right, BuilderKit will help them get off the ground very, very quickly.
Oh, very nice. How big is your team? How many members do you have?
So there are, I think, 5 full-time members now, and then there are a bunch of contractors and freelancers, generally 7 to 9 at a point in time.
Are they all in India or around the world?
Everyone's around the world. We are a remote first team.
Remote first. That's very nice. So, do you want to share a little bit, a screen about the setup of BuilderKit?
Absolutely. Just
Probably so. Yeah, we could get a better understanding. Yeah, we'll answer questions later, and
right. So
let me see. Show on screen. There you go. All right. Yeah, I like your website, by the way. I was checking it out the other day. Very nice.
yeah. So I mean, the website is pretty self-explanatory, but let me just take you through. Let me also show you what you get. So once you purchase BuilderKit, you get access to this GitHub repository. So
Okay.
which is essentially a code base, which has all the files that you will require to build your AI application. Now the tech stack here is Next.js Superbase, and then you can plug in any AI model, and we have ShatCN for CSS. So Next.js is the predominant AI JavaScript framework that is being used. It is a React based framework which works very well. You can deploy it off the bat using Vercel very, very quickly, right? Supabase is an open source alternative to Firebase, which is the database here, right? And apart from that, we use Tailwind CSS, which is the industry standard for everything related to design, right? So once you purchase the boilerplate, you get access to this comprehensive Next.js boilerplate. Now it has files or code for a bunch of things that you can do. I'll come to that later on. Apart from that, you also get a lot of pre-built applications. 14 of those, I will take you through that as well, which use bunch of AI models such as GPT-4, Whisper, DeepGram, Claude, Llama, Mistral. You also get pre-built landing pages. So you will get this landing page, right, which you can then just customize, add components, remove components. There are, I think, 11 of those right now. You also get waitlist pages, right? Then you get an admin dashboard that you can connect to your application, and you also get integrations or modules for authentication via Google Auth or email based authentication or Magic Link. You have payment integrations for Stripe, Lemon Squeezy. You have customer support integrations via Crisp. You have email integration for you to send out your marketing or transactional emails via Loops or Resend. And we support all major AI models, right? Now within the Next.js boilerplate, you get pre-built components, edge functions. The code is very clean and type-safe. You'll not find any errors on that. Now we support Postgres tables on Supabase. We have row-level security, real-time webhook response. You have AI modules for chat, text, image, and much more. The design is on Tailwind CSS. We use ShatCN, and for every app, you get a light mode and dark mode. For emails, we have loops and resend. For authentication, we have a bunch of options. For payments, we have Stripe and Lemon Squeezy. All of the code is SEO optimized, right? So when you put out something on the internet, you have to put out meta tags and various other SEO best practices, which are often missing, right? So in case you want to build something, it is very important that it is properly indexed on Google so that you get the right amount of traffic. So we've taken care of that. Now,
Can
reason
we
for
edit the SEO? Can we edit it, add to it as well?
absolutely everything
Okay.
is editable. Everything is editable, right? And one of the reasons why we focus on all of these nitty-gritties is that because as builders ourselves, as a product studio ourselves, we have around 6 apps running right now which are all cash flow positive, which make revenue, right? We've realized that, building is one thing, growing is another, and there are building blocks to growing, and these are the most basic ones, which a lot of people tend to forget. So we have
Yeah.
made sure that if you're following something, the community also gets to follow that. Then
Oh,
we have
great.
documentation, everything. So if you go to BuilderKit, right? So you have comprehensive docs here, how to install it, whether you purchase the starter or the pro plan, you have instructions. Then within the boilerplate, this is how the file structure is, right? And then what are the features, landing pages, waitlists, etc. So for instance, in case of SEO, right? So this code would already be there, and then we will explain the usage as well, put out all the parameters, so that
This is like the
even,
knowledge base. Sorry, this
yeah,
is like your basic everything. I was going to ask how easy is this for someone to implement if they're not familiar with GitHub, etc. Is this a certain intermediate to advanced, more into
yeah,
the app
yeah,
development than just like a app builder that you can just buy somewhere? That you kind of have a basic understanding. You're not just going to anyone selling this because they're going to probably hit you up on support every 5 minutes if they
yeah.
don't
No, so
understand
we,
code
yeah.
code background.
Right. So, so the way I think of it is that, I myself am not a coder. I understand tech, I speak tech, but I don't code. Right.
Yeah.
But I'm able to deploy BuilderKit. But for me to make major changes, I will require developmental help. Right. So, I mean, for hobbyists, they can, get BuilderKit, go
Play
through the
around with it. Yeah.
documentation, take help from Claude or any other AI tool, and make changes. But for someone who's really serious, I think they either need to know, the React
Yeah. The React.
framework ecosystem, or they need to have a developer within the team
Do you?
if they're seriously considering building
Yeah.
something out
Do
of
do
it.
you have a YouTube channel, or are you planning on doing any like
So
academy sessions, etc.?
yeah.
Kind of like people sharing their builder kit projects and kind of learning from each other.
So two things are happening, right? One, we are shooting YouTube videos for because following documentation may be painful for some people, right?
Yeah.
Right. So for
Yeah.
that, we are
That
shooting
me.
YouTube videos right now. And second, we are also gonna kickstart the Discord community very soon, wherein you could just come in and ask questions. As of now, whenever builders get stuck, they drop in an email. 95% of the builders don't face any major problems. There are 3 to 4% who face some kind of problems because they may not be familiar with either Superbase or Next.js. And then there is this 1% of builders who come in with the wrong set of expectations, or who don't have the requisite developmental expertise, right, to
Yeah.
build something with BuilderKit. But
Yeah.
that is how the distribution looks like right now.
Okay. Thanks. Nice.
Right. So yeah, I mean, so you can deploy all of the applications or landing pages or whatever, right, on Vercel directly. One of the things that happens with, so here's the interesting part about BuilderKit, right? So if you are a builder or if you're looking to build products, a lot of people will tell you that building AI applications is pretty easy, because at the end of the day, you are just connecting to a model via an API, right? You will have an OpenAI API or a Claude API or a Whisper API or something like that. You just send the input, you get the output, and you just show it. But when you deploy it in production using a serverless provider such as a Vercel, Cloudflare, or something like that, Netlify, you will realize that your application will get timed out. So they have limits, right? The response should come within 10 seconds, 5 seconds, whereas the LLM can take a lot of time if you are doing a chain of thought prompting, or if you have a big input or something like that. Now not a lot of people get stuck here, so that is why, but we have figured out the right ways so that we don't get stuck with these API timeouts as well. So it's not something that since boilerplates are very common, we've just built out another boilerplate. We've ensured that things such as SEO, landing pages, the Vercel API timeout issue, all of these are taken care of, so that someone who's actually serious about building, or trying out or putting something in production, does not face the basic problems which a lot of us, or which we have faced in the past 18 months.
That's great because you kind of have like this little agency behind you when you
Yeah.
use BuilderKit. Having that all that ready, you don't have to go out and hire the marketing people and everything else, the SEO, to work on that. It's kind of already there, but you can add to it however you want. Not to
Yeah.
say if you're already like a marketer and you have a plan for, you could just build on top of that with the SEO. So
essentially you, so I mean the serious builders will figure this out later, sooner
Yeah.
or later, right? But in that case they will end up spending 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. But with BuilderKit, I'm pretty sure that they will end up saving that time, right? And
Yeah.
with time comes a cost, because you will get an expert to do this for you. But then I think this is the bare minimum that we can do.
No, I think
For,
it's great because
yeah,
a lot of I know engineers don't want to deal with the SEO part, and a lot of SEOs don't want to deal with the engineering part. So, if they're just in there, they want to build something, that would definitely slow down the whole process. If they're like,
even
"Oh, I
in
got to
case
work
of,
on this, I got to work the
yeah,
marketing, I got to."
right. So even in case of very basic things such as authentication and payments, right? Just setting up Google authentication or email auth or magic link, like it can take weeks for someone to do that, right?
Yeah,
But here the code is just there. You just need to change the API key, follow documentations, do this, that, and then essentially, it's there. You don't
it's
waste
all there.
time in
Yeah,
doing
you could focus your vision on the app,
exactly
on that. The plan, what you're here to do, get it done, because all that other stuff is like, yeah, I'll get to it, I'll get to it, I'll get to it, and then you don't develop anything. So this is
right.
great.
Yeah, and so this is the basic, right? Where BuilderKit gives you an advantage is with the demo apps. Uh, right. Of course, you've seen the landing pages, right? These are some of the landing pages that we built out. All of them are designed in house, properly done, very responsive. Made sure that these are usable, and rather than just putting them out at vanity matrix in terms of numbers, we've ensured that all of them follow the standard design patterns and are optimized from a marketing standpoint. Same goes for your waitlist pages and even auth pages, right? But the real meat in BuilderKit is the demo apps. You get a content writer tool, you get a multi LLM chat GPT clone, you get a chat with PDF tool, a voice transcription tool, a headshot generator, image generator, QR code generator, interior design tool, YouTube content generation tool, chat with YouTube tool, text to speech tools. These are the recently launched tools in the last week. I think I've not shared the same with Karan as well, but we launched the Llama 3.1 chat GPT tool, the music generator tool as well, right? So let me just show you one of these tools and you'll get to understand what it means, right? Uh, if you go to multi LLM chat GPT, right? So this is a chat GPT clone, but you can change the model from here, right? Now, what it means is that with BuilderKit, you get this tool. You just need to deploy it. And then, if you have any changes that you want to make, you want to change the design, you want to change the prompting logic or something, you can just focus on that. Or you want to add more features, you can just focus on that, because all of the tools that we have shared within the BuilderKit pack are fundamental tools which you can use to build highly complex tools. For instance, it might seem very simple to build a content writer tool, but text to text is one of the most widely used use cases of LLM or generative AI, right? You have three inputs, four inputs, you put in the inputs, uh, AI app, 100, educational, Spanish, right? I'm bad. So it will generate the output. It's pretty fast. Everything is taken care of. You also get to see the history as well. Okay, this is generating, right? So I can't see the history. Once it's done, I can. Right, so you get to see the history as well. Now, based on your use case, right, you might have an idea wherein you want to build something, but uh, this will give you the baseline or the fundamental to build your app on top of that, and this will take care of a lot of stuff, right? Because for any content generation tool, blog writing tool, or something like that, right, email writer tool, you will have certain inputs, you will want to generate output, you will want to show the history, right? And with modular components, you can just move around things, make some changes. There is, on the live repository, when you click on this, you can integrate the payments are integrated directly, so you can start accepting payments by just changing the keys as well. So everything is taken care of. You can just pick any tool and just get it off right off the bat. But yeah.
And good thing is that you use these tools as a base, so even if you want to build it, just use these, and in no time you would be able to have a product outside. so you don't need to like wait. These apps are pre-built. It means already a base on top of a base is given to you. So you have the repository and then you have the app. So then your time even reduces further, right? So you literally don't need to waste more time and then just get it out to the market.
Yeah, and we've also observed that a lot of the builders are already building products, but they get stuck at minute things such as how do I make this call, how do I manage this kind of output. So they just refer to our pre-built apps and take the best practices from there and implement in their app. So for a few $100, they also have a AI app consultant with them, so to say, right? So this is how a lot of people are also using BuilderKit as well, in other than using the base boilerplate, other than just deploying applications right off the bat, and then also taking help from how the best practices are. But very largely, this is what the BuilderKit package looks like. And you can also check out the changelog, right, on the landing page to understand how frequently are we shipping updates. So on the 15th of August, we shipped the music generator app. A few days back, we added a new feature allowing we added a new blog wherein a lot of people were facing issues in deploying some of these applications on their local host machines, on their local machines, because there is a webhook response from Replicate, right, which requires you to set up a tunnel or something like that. So we added a very comprehensive blog for that. uh, a few days back, we launched the Llama GPT app, we launched the 11th landing page, and so forth, and we've been sort of shipping all of this ever since April, right? So
Oh,
this just goes on to show the kind of commitment we have towards the product. And just because of the fact that we already have a few products that we are running, we are making changes to those products and keeping them updated. It is much more easier for us to support BuilderKit at the same time, so that anything new that we learn or anything new that we push, we ensure that it goes out to the BuilderKit community as well.
and you have people voting for what features they'd like on the roadmap, or
not
just through
not
the
as of
community.
yet, not as
Okay.
of yet. People, so there, so some of the requests, right, some of these updates, right, have been because someone sort of mailed us that, hey, how do I do it, or can you add this feature, can you allow us to deploy these applications without the authentication page and all. So we've incorporated that, we've been listening to users. But I think once the community goes live in a few weeks or within a month, we will be better equipped to understand the needs of our users, and will ship based on their
That's
request
great.
in a more
That's
structured
great.
manner, I think.
I saw your pricing. Are you basically a lifetime deal model, or will you be going to a subscription
No,
model?
so
I couldn't see. Yeah.
you so essentially, once you purchase BuilderKit, right, you get access to the GitHub repo. uh, it's not that I can. So once you get access, you can fork it, you can clone it, you can download it, or and do whatever you want to do it. So even if I give you the access and revoke it, you can choose to keep access by downloading it or something like that. So but you have lifetime access to the repo. You get all the updates, all the future updates which come with the repo. But due to the nature of the product, right? Because once I give you access, you have the complete product which you can copy, and that's the essence of BuilderKit, right? So there are no refunds because of that.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah,
Excellent. Great. And we have a lot of questions. Unless you want to show anything else
I
on
think
there.
I'd love to take the questions.
Okay. Yes, questions are good. Let us start from the top here. A lot of good questions. Interpret, will it work in Shopify liquid coding also?
uh, I, I think we support Next.js. I'm not aware of the Shopify liquid coding stack. You can check if it supports Next.js.
Yeah.
You can pick the code and utilize it over there. But it is primarily meant for Next.js, Supabase, and Tailwind
Okay.
CSS.
Asif. This is Mern stack, right?
So the Mern stack has MongoDB as your primary database. So Mern is MongoDB, Express, React, and Next.js. So instead of MongoDB, we have Supabase, which is a free alternative and which is much cheaper and easier. Mongo is a no SQL database, whereas Supabase is a Postgres SQL.
Joginder, how many requests can build app accept per second?
So, I mean, we don't have a definitive number to that, but the code that we are using to serve about 25,000 users is the same as what we put out in BuilderKit, and we've been able to support that scale of users without any problem. So that is the least it will support. And in general, the Next.js Next.js Vatsal deployment stack is such that it will be able to handle requests pretty easily.
Yeah.
But you must understand that the number of requests get also limited based on your API plan with OpenAI or something like that. They might rate limit the number of requests that OpenAI or any one of these models can process. But in terms of code, there is no limitation from our end.
No limitation. I see. For which kind of application is this tool most suitable? Guess any?
any any kind of AI wrapper, right? If you see an LLM which has a use case, for instance, you can use ChatGPT to write emails, to write blogs, to do X, to add a picture and rate that picture, something like that. All of those use cases are possible. As long as it is a LLM based use case, you will find a fundamental or a baseline tool which will help you build that use case pretty quickly.
Can we add any type of cache like Redis?
No, we do not have caching using Redis or any other alternative as of now.
How scalable apps can be from this?
As I mentioned earlier, right? These
Yeah.
apps are pretty scalable, and since you're deploying on Vatsal, it does not really matter on uh, how much of this is coming, as long as you're on the right plan.
Yeah. Do you have any tools to convert a code base into other languages like PHP, as PHP has largest audience?
I've not seen a lot of AI apps being built out on PHP or any of the legacy technologies which are out there. People generally use the Mern stack or the stack that we're using, or something like Ruby on Rails. But you can definitely use Cursor or Claude to convert our code into some other language such as PHP, Laravel, or something like that.
PHP, that's when I was coding. That was one of my favorites, to build out the websites, the good old days.
Yeah.
It's still popular, but yeah. It's not to work SDK for other applications.
It's use
I guess
case.
maybe
It's
yeah. I don't know if that's a question, but that's probably commenting from before. Authentication methods are for end users. Can they register using Google, Facebook?
Right. So users can use the Superbase's inbuilt Google authentication. Apart from that, we also have the magic link authentication, wherein the user just puts in their email and they get an email to log in. We also have the native email password authentication integrated. Probably in a couple of weeks, we will integrate multiple social auth based authentication as well, which will allow users to log in via Facebook, LinkedIn, and GitHub as well. But it will take a few weeks.
Will help in app creation in Flutter, React Native.
No, you can of course set up the backend APIs over here, because you get access to a Node.js server. But for Flutter and React Native, you will have to build out separate front ends.
It's a good question. Are there any provisions to tweak or train the LLMS?
That is up to you, right? Because
Yeah.
we are connecting to an LLM. We are not, changing anything to the LLM. If you have a LLM deployed anywhere, or if you have a trained LLM, or if you want to do one, you can just connect it right off the bat. We are providing an architecture or an infrastructure for you to connect to the LLMs, but we are not providing you the architecture to train an LLM, because that is what OpenAI or Replicate or some of these other providers, or AWS or AI Azure Studio, will allow you to do so.
Which
I think in the
LLMs?
documentation, I think it's you have it
Yeah.
right in the knowledge base. If not, then I think in future can be added as to where you can do it.
Yeah.
About the LLMs.
So
Yeah.
this one's a little tricky in the sense that fine tuning LLMs is an ongoing debate. I don't think most of the use cases require you to fine tune LLMs, but in case of image generation use cases such as the headshot generator, we do fine tune the LLM. The process is such that you take in pictures of the individual, fine tune the LLM, and then write prompts on top of it to generate pictures for that individual. So
Got
for those use cases, it is there. But if you want to, fine tune, let's say GPT-4 for your use case, that is not something that we support, and it's pretty technical, and it requires you to have a very big team or someone who's a very good data scientist to do so.
Yeah.
But the other way to think around this question is we do support usage of a lot of LLMs, right? Native support for OpenAI replicate-based models, Azure AI models, Grok models, and almost Claude, Mistral, almost everything which is out there. So you can, if you have an LLM which is hosted on any of these platforms, you can just connect it no matter what the model is, and we will take care of the rest.
Which LLMs do you find the most popular that are being used right now?
So, in case of text, GPT-4o is the most popular. For code, Claude is the Claude Sonnet 3.5 is the most popular. For imaging, Stable Diffusion XL is the most popular one.
How many do you have an opinion? Like how many more updates are we going to have this year for GPT-4 and Claude? Do you think there's going to be another couple by the end of the year?
So right now, the way the landscape is, we will see definitely one or two updates from OpenAI, because they have to keep up with Claude in terms of competing with them on the coding aspect, right? And Claude will have an update most likely to fight OpenAI GPT-4o on the content generation bit. Apart from that, I think there will be updates on imaging models as well. There's a new model which has come out called Flux.
Yeah, Flux, which is in Grok. They have it actually been using on X. It's pretty good.
Yeah, so there are two Groks. There's the GROK Grok, which is by X, and there's the GROQ Grok.
Yeah.
So
that's where it gets confusing.
Yeah, the GROK Grok does not have an API. The GROQ Grok has an API, and it is blazingly fast. It's more of an inference provider. You can pick any model from there. But Flux, you can use the API directly via Replicate as well. And we are, adding one more application in the coming weeks because Flux is like insanely good.
Yeah, many are saying that Flux is giving Midjourney run for their money. I still prefer Midjourney a little bit more, but I guess because I'm comfortable with it. But Flux is definitely.
But with Flux, you can fine tune the model, right?
Yeah,
so you can pick your face and do stuff with it. So that's where the difference is.
For creating content, I mean, the process I like is to basically use the GPT-4o, and then I'll go through Claude to refine it more. Because I think Claude has improved so much, and a lot of people aren't aware how good it is. They just want to use ChatGPT. Claude's so powerful. I mean, it's great.
Yeah, Claude is absolutely brilliant, right? And you don't have to prompt it as bad as OpenAI.
Yeah. Interpret. Will it also integrate with Pabbly make webhooks?
We already have integrations with webhooks. We will not, do integrations with other third-party providers because the baseline code is there. Then you can just, plug in the APIs, or the webhooks are already supported. So any which ways, it wouldn't matter whether we provide a native integration for Pabbly or Make, as long as they have webhooks.
We connect with Airtable and create content on it and schedule.
I mean, it's up to your imagination, right? Once you have the boilerplate, you can create those pipelines. I'd recommend you go to the BuilderKit website, try out the demo apps, go through the documentation once. You will get a fair sense of whether you can achieve your use case pretty easily or whether it will take some effort or not. Right?
So it's sort of like a blank canvas where you don't want to tell people you can't do this. You want to see if they can do it, because you're giving them this tool to start off with, and they could probably build things. I'm sure you've seen them build things that you never thought was possible, right?
Exactly, right. So, but the question here is, I've realized that rather than me telling them that, hey, you can build this, I would leave it up to them to sort of understand that, because it also depends on their technical expertise as well.
Yeah, and then they might hold you to it, say, "Hey, wait, you said I could build this," and then they're calling you at home, and you're trying to, eat dinner. You say, "Hey, come on, man."
Yeah.
Niru, can we connect with a Code Smash?
If Code Smash has an API, you can connect it with Code Smash.
Yeah, I think that was a recent one I saw. Yeah, Interpret, solid platform. Yeah, looks like it.
Thanks so much.
Seif, if admin is stuck somewhere while deploying app, do we provide support on application level? Do provide support. Okay.
We do answer fundamental questions, right? But we do not provide support at an application level because it's not humanly possible for us to. We already have like around 300 odd builders building on top of BuilderKit. So
Yeah.
yeah. But
Are
if you
you?
have
Yeah.
fundamental questions around, hey, how do I?
Basic, yeah.
That there is an issue with the authentication or with the base code, we are more than happy to support you with that.
Can users sign up? I don't know if you like have a premium support upgrade option that some would pay more monthly to have more of a support team if they need
So
more hands on.
right now we have the agency model as well, wherein if they have an application requirement, uh, hey, can you help us ship the interior design app with some customization? We do take that up. That starts that's a little expensive, I think, for a lot of people. It starts at $2,000, and then if there are custom requirements for people to build out applications, we also do that. We have a in-house agency, but then it's based on the requirements. But we do not have per se builder kit extensive support. I think the community is what will help out people in the longer run.
So that's kind of a white glove service, which is, if you go on builderkit.ai third plan, that's where you get the white glove service.
white
Yeah,
glove.
yeah.
You get assisted in doing everything and even support, I think, is given. So it's a custom requirement which BuilderKit team kind of takes. It's kind of service, you can say.
Yeah. What is the minimum server requirement?
I mean, if you're deploying on Vercel, it is a serverless platform. You don't have to worry about any of that. If you're deploying on a local host, I think most of the modern PCs or laptops will be able to help you host it locally. But then it depends on your use case. As long as you can deploy Next.js, you're good to go.
Interpret has a website on Laravel PHP and one app on React Native.
So you will
Yeah.
have to build the front end yourself on React Native. It's because it's not on React Native, it's on Next.js, which is different from React Native.
Can we get good results if using French as a language? Yeah, Francois is our member from France, and I knew we'd get a French question in here.
Yeah, so I think it's much more related to how the LLMs perform in French. While I would recommend that you try out the models on ChatGPT, Claude, and see for yourself for your use case, I've seen good enough response rate for French, Spanish, and German based on the products that we already have out in the market.
That's great. Okay, use this for storage. How subscriptions are managed?
You get access to code which allows you to manage the subscriptions, and then you can play around with it. We support Stripe and Lemon Squeezy. If you go to the documentation and go to payments, you will see the code and you can figure out how it's done.
Niru, video tutorials. You said that's coming. You have the knowledge base.
The knowledge base is here. The video tutorials will take at least a month because
Yeah.
we want to it's a lot of work.
You're going to put it on a YouTube channel and then embed it in a knowledge base, I guess, as well.
Yeah.
Kind of both.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's coming soon. Okay. Can it also help in setting curl URL?
I mean, it depends, right? What your use case is. You can check out the knowledge base for this if your use case is
go through there, and then they could always reach out, right? Email the team to say, "Yep, Lex AI is evolving very rapidly. The genie is out of the bottle," as they say.
Yeah.
Can it run on shared hosting, or does it need a VPS for 100 users?
If you have 100 users, you should use Vercel. You will not pay anything. You'll just pay $0 for Vercel and Superbase. But it can work on shared hosting, but it'll take you a lot of effort to set up Node.js and everything.
So it's not limited to Vercel. It can.
No, you can deploy it everywhere or anywhere. But Next.js as a stack, or the stack is particularly optimized for Vercel, Netlify, and some of these serverless providers.
Yeah, Francois, is it easy to use for non-developers, close to a no-code solution? This is what kind of we discussed before.
Yeah. It is not a no-code solution. It
Yeah.
is not a no-code solution. It is a code solution. you can set it up, you can get it live, but to make changes, you will require developmental help, or you will have to upskill yourself.
Lax, this is a good question. What strategies do you have in mind to stay at the front line of LLMs?
The way it works for us is that we have products such as audio notes and pod notes, which are out in the market, which serve thousands of users. So for us to stay relevant in those domains, and we have products across modalities. By modalities, I mean text, image, speech, video, right? The products are already out there. So we have to constantly update them. And once we update any product, we bring those changes to BuilderKit as well.
The link, the knowledge base, it's on your website. Is it at BuilderKit.ai?
Yeah, it's docs.builderkit.ai. So ducs.builderkit.ai.
Okay.
You will directly reach to the knowledge base.
Yeah, but I don't know if there's a chat here. Maybe I can put it down.
Oh yeah, you could put it in there if you want, or after we could always add it to the Facebook and YouTube
Yeah.
post if you want. But yeah, if you want to type in the chat, you can as well.
I can't find it. Maybe we could put it on YouTube.
Yeah, I'll put it on after. Apps created with this will be GDPR compliant, or we have to manage this ourselves?
GDPR compliance is a tricky trade. You need to consult with someone to understand that. Superbase and Versal de facto are GDPR compliant, but then how are you handling the data? What are you fetching from the user? It depends on your use case and how are you implementing it.
Yeah, I think GDPR, compliance is like the biggest S question for every tool, and some tools that don't even need it. But we're all nervous. We want all that security.
Yeah.
RR is here, my buddy. Can it help deploy stacks to custom servers?
If you can install Node.js, Next.js on your server, you can deploy it on custom servers as well.
Saying interpret your website should always be in WordPress. Yep. Yesterday's session, Rouhani called it about Francois. We were gonna get a French question today. We got it. Video tutorial is great help, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, we are working on it, and we will put it up very soon.
How many customers approximately do you have?
For BuilderKit, there are approximately 250 plus builders who have purchased BuilderKit. So I'm assuming there are 250 odd builders building on top of BuilderKit.
Rouhani's saying hi.
The reason why we prefer Versal is that because most of you who will build on top of this, Versal is the cheapest, most easiest to start off with. And I strongly believe that, it is very important in today's day and age when AI is evolving so rapidly to ship very fast. And Versal or Netlify or any of these platforms, Cloudflare Workers also, right, allow you to do that very fast. So that is why we prefer Versal, but you can set it up anywhere you want based on your expertise.
Yeah, I think you mentioned you're planning videos. You're going to, based on use cases in the videos, will you share also maybe do live sessions with people using BuilderKit, other builders, and they can explain what they're doing? Is that an idea for the future?
We can explore that. Right now, the plan is that we hit 20 demo apps in a month's time or in a couple of months' time. We also put out all the video tutorials. There are certain user requests that are there. We want to solve them first. We want to get the community up. And once that is there, post that, we can explore community-based sessions as well.
Yeah, Sif makes a point. In no-code solutions, development and admin knowledge is required. Yeah, I mean, I agree because I have, got a couple of these tools where they're like, it's no code. I was like, oh, good, I'm a dummy. I could do this. And I'm sitting there like, I'm never going to get to this project.
Yeah, we've used Bubble for some of our tools, and it is just that you get a graphical user interface. That's the only difference. But you need to know the basics of building tech products to build on.
It's good with all the if you really want to learn, or even if you're not in this space, you can have fun with building an app. Try it out, like we all did. Like when I learned how to do web development, I went to the bookstore, was reading books before YouTube, and experimenting. Playing around with PHP, doing stuff. So if you have an interest and you're looking for a hobbyist, this could be great. To get it, play around, you might like it. And then for the more pros, I mean, this sounds like an excellent solution.
And I think, it works very well coupled with Claude. you can use the free plan in Claude and ask questions to Claude, right? Hey, I'm stuck here. How do I do this? What does this mean, right? It probably will answer better than what we answer. That's how good Claude has become now. So a lot of
Yeah.
our in-house development is also, taking help from Claude in terms of, hey, what should be the next step to this? How do we do this quickly? Is there a more effective solution to that? So if you're someone who's looking to learn, how to build using Next.js or AI, you can get this, go through the documentation. If you get stuck, ask Claude. You can, of course, drop in an email. We'll try to support you, but Claude will help you think through that quickly, and you can pick up a skill as well.
A thief without knowledge, only toy tools is possible. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then Rouhani, who has a great YouTube channel as well, one of the admins in Loud Egg group. Check out our group. But Rouhani, if you want to pick his brain, he knows a lot. It helps speeding up the process, but the process of building an app is still there. There's not really a shortcut to success. That's really true, I think. And we're all guilty of it, even not in this space, but with SEO tools. We think, oh, we're going to get the tool. It's going to do everything for us. Where I've been of the mindset of like, you have something, you have an idea, you want to help it come to fruition, use the proper tool. But don't just say, I'm getting this tool and I have this dream. I'm going to, create all these apps and blah, blah. And then you don't know what to do next. You don't know where to go with it because you didn't have a plan. You need something.
Also, the main one use case is getting your MVP out pretty quickly, right? Because you're looking for testing and feedback early, like in 1 month. If you want to get feedback pretty fast, you need to deploy it, get an MVP out to the users. Let's say you have a beta testers, right? You have 100 beta testers, get the feedback out, fix it, and then go to market. You will have less churn, you have more customers. That's one of the use cases of this thing, is to quickly get the MVP out.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I missed that one, Karan, right? So building out MVPs, right? So first, you need to build fast in order to stay relevant in the AI age, right? And now I think by now a lot of us have realized that you don't need perfect products to validate your idea. So you can just get off the bat very quickly, build something which validates your hypothesis, and if you see a signal, right, you can then of course invest with a partner, upskill yourselves or get an agency, and then build on top of this, right? So that way you can just validate with an MVP pretty quickly.
For anyone watching, put in the comments if you're thinking about getting BuilderKit and your thoughts on what it can do, or if you're scared of building stuff, that's okay too. I'm here for you. So I'm definitely gonna try it out. And it's not my area of expertise, but I have a lot of ideas of apps that I want to build and create. So, Anil is here. I don't know if you know Anil, another great guy, YouTube channel. Check his out. He contributes in all the communities.
Yeah, I've seen Anil around in some of the groups wherein I posted about audio notes while back when we had an LTD.
Yeah, he's great. We have to wake him up though because he's on the West Coast. So, hey, Anil, I was barely out of bed when Karan was like, Joe, hey, let's do a live session. And I'm like, I don't know. But then he said BuilderKit. I said, okay, yeah, I want to go to college this morning. I want to learn. This is I do these things because I actually want to learn what these products do more than anybody. Is login by OTP, or is it a magic link?
We have the magic link, but OTP based authentication is not there.
Okay. And then in Derpy, we discussed the roadmap. Is there a link, the roadmap link?
The link is not updated. Maybe I'll update it and share it with everyone.
Okay, yeah.
But you do have a change log. I mean, if you want to see what was done and what is already present, you can go and see the change log and when it was released. So you will get an idea because it's pretty comprehensive. It's written what was released and the description of it. So if you want to check out what has been done till now, so you will have an idea as to what's coming even next. And then we update the link with the roadmap. So and give it to everyone so they know that how great the updates are going to be.
Vatsal, you have a Facebook group, Discord, anything else?
So we will kickstart the Discord community for BuilderKit once we reach a certain stage. It should happen in a few weeks.
I feel like Discord probably the most of the engineer geeks like Discord, so I figured that would be perfect for the back and forth. What about like a Facebook or Facebook community to build support? You could have people supporting each other there. That's more of the I don't know if it works in your space because you will have more advanced users which like Discord, but then for people like myself that are on Facebook more often than Discord, I'm only on Discord for Midjourney most of the time. Um, will you have something there as well, like a public group, Facebook group or private group?
So, I mean, there's a lot of requests for Discord, so we will definitely have Discord up.
Discord, yeah,
Yeah, but if we see, let's say, 100 people requesting a Facebook group, we might do that as well.
okay, yeah, no, go with what you think works best, for you and the community. Mister, are there templates there for assisting?
Yeah, so you have templates for landing pages. You have components for all the modules within the landing page as well, and you have the code is componentized, so you can mix, match, play around. And we use the ShatCN library, so you can refer to the library and make changes pretty quickly. It's not bootstrap CSS, so that way you can get things up pretty quickly.
I feel like Rouhani can build something pretty nice with this, with BuilderKit. My money's on him. I'm going to invest in his app as soon as he builds it. Lax. Yep. Lax says, going to get BuilderKit. I have an idea for a medical knowledge base. That's a good idea.
Yeah, you can probably check out the chat with PDF application and build something on top of that.
Steve, are you solo founder or you have partners?
We have a 5-member full team with 3 of us being founders, and there are a bunch of freelancers and contractors and interns that work with us. We are a big team.
What is the most use case your clients have?
People want to build AI products, make some money. That is why people get BuilderKit, I think.
That's the use case. Money, green. Yeah, I guess you see like certain apps being built more than others, certain types.
So I think I've seen across 3 use cases. One is the content tool. People have very niche down ideas, content for doctors, content for teachers, right? They might have access or expertise. Then there is a lot of interest around the interior design tool. I don't know why. And there is some kind of interest for the YouTube tools which are out there, because I think a lot of YouTube tools have made a lot of money. One of them got acquired for $30,000 within just 2 months of operations or something like that. So I think those are some interesting use cases.
Any plan to connect with Sora or text-to-video creation?
Sora does not have an API yet. If text-to-video becomes accessible to masses, we will definitely build something on top of that. Right now, it's a little hard.
Yeah, Discord is best for building community, providing suitable. Yeah, it's preference, but I see that most are going to Discord. You have MRR client base also?
Not relevant to us because it's not a subscription product. And unlike other lifetime deals, we don't incur a cost again and again to service users. So any which ways you'll get access to the product for life.
Yeah, Sif is right. AI content pollution will go high. I mean, back in the 80s and the 90s, we were worried about the ozone layer, well, the hairspray was putting a hole in the ozone layer. Now we got AI content pollution. This spray and pray audience integration with InVideo, FlexClip.
InVideo does not give you an API. I'm not sure about FlexClip.
Yeah, I don't even know anymore. I can't keep up with who has the API and who doesn't.
InVideo is a platform in itself. It's a tool in itself, right? So I don't think they would want to. Text to video is pretty nascent at the moment. It's difficult to build. So and it requires a lot of compute, and it's expensive to run that as well. Okay. We have a text to video application in our portfolio, not in BuilderKit, but it's very difficult to sort of manage that. That's why we've not included with BuilderKit.
Okay. I don't know. We didn't discuss about if we're doing any giveaways or anything. I guess I could ask Karan later and Vatsal, but
yeah, we had good questions, so we can of course do that.
We can do that. We'll do that after. Yeah.
So we
really good questions. When we get good questions, that means people are interested. So that's always a good sign. How much longer is the lifetime deal available for on RocketHub?
For now, we have till September 5th or 6th, but we can of course we talk it out with Vatsal. If you have to extend the deal, we will. No worries on that. So but we are there for a long time because we believe in the product, so we are going to help it, market it, and take it to the extent we can to everyone out there.
Vatsal, do you find that the RocketHub community, it's helping you get feedback?
No, absolutely. Karan's been amazing. The community's been amazing, and we are also getting very good signals as to how we should proceed with the product. So definitely, RocketHub is a great partner.
Yeah.
And of course, we would like to tell you that don't miss out any RocketHub deal right now. So everyone they get back to us that okay, in the last days, then this I had the product in the cart, but I couldn't check out. Dude, you had full 60, 70 days to kind of buy a product, and then you couldn't check out at the last moment.
That happens, yeah, at the last minute. I think that's why doing these sessions help a lot, because people are probably like, wait, I didn't even know it's leaving soon, or it was there.
Yep. So go ahead and grab it. It's happened in the past, so please don't wait for it.
All right, yeah. So go to RocketHub, check it out there if you want the lifetime deal, and then your website is BuilderKit.ai, correct?
Yeah.
So you can see it. Yeah, BuilderKit.ai, and there's the support on there. Email if they have questions. Also, they can reach you there or on the RocketHub deal page.
Yep, we have a support email, so I think it's Vatsal's email, so you can just
reach out to hello@builderkit.ai. Someone from the team gets back within a day.
Yeah, I don't know how funny I was today, Faz. I was working on my coffee. I'm just trying to stay out of the way of all this knowledge that Vatsal is sharing. Some really, really good stuff. Thanks, yeah, thanks, guys. This has been great. Thank you, Vatsal, for doing this. And I think, yeah, Rabin says he can help. I think it can help tremendously if you can provide more templates. So those who are familiar with codes can actually expand it to the next stage. It can reduce 30 to 40% additional dev time.
No, absolutely. So to add to that, right? So there are like hundreds of boilerplates out in the market. And I think when we discussed with RocketHub as well, they had a bunch of them, the top ones coming to them. And I think one of the reasons, I think Karan can probably add to that, that they went ahead with us was that we were cognizant of the fact that, adding templates and pre-built apps is something that will be very important apart from the base boilerplate. And I don't think there's anyone out there who's providing so many landing pages or pre-built apps, and we are committed to add more.
The thing is, many other boilerplates, we couldn't even have any face. They don't even have any face associated or any individual connected. So even if someone has to go and talk to someone about it, there's none. And even there's no value given. Of course, it's just a code, so they're not giving any value, such as the pre-built apps through which you can just use and deploy. They're not giving landing pages. They're not giving any community support. I mean, there is, but again, you don't have many people, and most of it, they don't have any background of building apps themselves. So if you're not eating your own dog food, then it's very tough to believe that how can you support people, right? How can you answer their tech questions? There's no you can answer tech questions if you haven't built anything. So the team is very strong. They have many apps in the portfolio. So if you go on the website, you will find that the parent company has, under that you'll find many other products apart from BuilderKit, which they have built, and you can use those products, out there and even test out. Okay, the team has very strong engineering capabilities.
Well, most of the most successful platforms, like what you're saying, they built it originally in-house for their team to use, or they had the knowledge. Like some of the best SEO tools out there, they came from people that know how to do this, and then they decide, hey, you know what? Let's share this. This is good. We could sell this, and we really know it. Rather than some of the platforms that they're just like, hey, let's just build this tool and let's see what happens. And then they're like, oh my God, we're getting questions. And then you get did you ever build an app yourself? Did you ever do SEO yourself? You're like, no, I don't even know what that stands for. So it's good that Vatsal and the team have experience creating all these apps. So
correct. So that's why I think you would find many of the SEO tools coming out from SEO agencies, right? They release the tool, and then the tool becomes a standalone product, and then it goes down the agency because then tool becomes very massive. You cannot run the two things parallel.
Yeah. Solid team, stable future. Yeah, I agree. Sounds like it.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, no, Vatsal, thank you. Karan, I don't know if you want to say anything else, or when are we going to meet up in India? Coffee, we got to work that out. You come to New York if you want anytime, and maybe I could rent out a conference hall for you. We can have a seminar on, building apps. Can make some money there too. How to build an app, how to build apps for dummies like me. So
sure.
So RocketHub, check out the deal. Thanks everyone for joining. You can follow up in the comments in the Facebook group, YouTube. You have more questions. I'm sure Vatsal's team very, very friendly. They'll help you out. And
Absolutely.
yeah, we'll see you all next time. Thanks a lot, guys. Really
Thanks
appreciate
so
this.
much. Thanks, Vatsal. Thanks, Joe.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks, Karan. Thank you, everyone, for
Thanks.
joining. Bye-bye. Have a good day.
Bye.